Hello. Welcome back for more Fall of Porcupine. Last time we left off, we had kind of just spent the day with Pina at the end of the chapter, I guess, or the day. The end of the day. We went out into the woods with Pina and she had us help her with some memorials that she makes. And we had kind of a bittersweet moment with Pina where we go into like the woods and see her brother's memorial, and it's all very nice and sweet and kind of precious. It's a precious moment. Is really nice. Anyway, that's kind of what happened. That's the major point that happened. And now we're gonna go from there, I guess. Hope you enjoy. See you at the end. We have a little review right now. There was a thunderstorm last night. It knocked our plant off the windowsill and now it's all dead. Plant didn't make it. I'm sorry, friend. I should have taken you off the windowsill. I hope Pina will let me buy another one. I better clear you anyway. It wouldn't be right to leave you lying here all day. Besides, I'm not sure potting soil and parquet floors are the best of friends. All done. It feels empty without the flower. Okay. The windows had it. How did that happen? I think a branch broke off and hit the window. I'd better get a broom. Alright, let's see if we can find... Alfio? I believe his name was. He was the homeless walrus man. Wow, it really is messed up out here. He's here. Hey, Frauke, you're still sad out here in this weather? There's no such thing as bad weather. The end of fall is often gray and muddy here. In many countries of the world, water falling from the sky is a cause for celebration. That's true. But like so many things, this weather has its downsides. You're right there. It's cold and wet. Oh no, that's not what I meant. But I did lose my breakfast this morning, blown into the river. I was very much looking forward to my tomato sandwich. Sorry, I'm afraid I didn't bring any breakfast with me either. That's alright, things come and go. No point crying over a soggy tomato sandwich. I'll just make two tomorrow instead. Then I'll sit by the river, like I do every day, with 2 delicious tomato sandwiches in my pack. Early retirement has its perks. Apart from the money, of course, but sitting by the river doesn't cost anything. Tell me, Finley, what drew you to the river? Your stream of patience? Helping. It feels good to help. When the people around you feel better too? Exactly. And when you feel better, do you find it easier to make them feel better? Yeah, I guess so. I think I shouldn't let things or people get to me too much, even Dr. Krakowski. Is that what you think? Yes, I'm certain. Wow, stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness. He's a fun guy. I like hanging out with him. Oh, the road's no longer blocked. Hello? Anyone there? What are you doing here? Are you part of the circle too? The circle? Forget about it. We don't know about no circle. We're just standing here to shelter from the rain. You should leave now. Okay. I will. Oh, male dog. Nice little breeze last night, huh? You could say that. The storm threw my window right open. Gave me a good scare. Took my houseplant out too, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad it wasn't any worse. They were pumping water out of some folks' basements this morning. And St. Ursula's. Oh, oy vey. What? What about it? Haven't you heard? Half the hospital was swept away by the rain and wind last night. Made a heck of a racket, apparently. Half the hospital, you say? Oh, at least. That's an exaggeration, but it probably is bad. That hospital is in a state. So if I go over there now, only 50% of it will still be standing. Alright, maybe it's not quite that bad. But something happened, I know that for sure. Really? What? No idea, just rumors I heard on my rounds. Haven't seen it for myself yet. Better hurry up then, I hope it's not too bad. Alright. So we haven't had an opportunity to go past Gilbert's recently, so I'd like to do that, but I also want to go see who's, like, hanging out downtown. Alfio, it's good to see you. I was worried something had happened to you. That was some storm, huh? You're telling me, looking right up when a branch hit me in the face. And don't even get me started on my socks. I've only got one dry pair left. Had to hang the rest over a fence to dry off. At least you're okay, that's the main thing. I've had worse nights. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but I'm about to treat myself to a hot coffee. Besides, if I find the sound of the rain soothing. Be careful not to catch a cold, okay? You got it. I'm guessing you're off to work. I'm sure the bus will turn up soon. Nah, I'm gonna walk. Stay dry then. That's the golden rule, especially when you don't know when you're going to dry off again. I like him. I like that character a lot. No to the squirrel. We're gonna skip the squirrel. We're gonna skip this bird. There's a few characters I'm gonna skip. It might make it worthwhile for a second playthrough, or not, I don't know. But I am gonna skip them just because there's other characters I would rather spend time with, and I don't want this to be a 20-hour playthrough. Quite the little weather front, huh? Glad to see you didn't get blown away. The water in Pebblestone River hasn't been this high for years. Another couple of inches will burst its banks. Do you know anything about Pebblestone River? This be the perfect day to learn more. Sure, I'm all ears. Pebblestone River is the reason you and I are standing here today. Crazy, right? How just a little trickle of water can affect the fate of so many lives? The river doesn't just provide Porcupine with drinking water. People in the local area used to use it for transport too. Did you know that the Pebblestone flows right into the sea? And from there, out into the world. The river has always been important for agricultural reasons too, of course. And do you know why it's called Pebblestone River? It was given that name by people who came here looking for precious treasure. They'd hoped to find silver or gold in the river, but they turned up nothing but flawless pebbles. That's because the Pebblestone waters are the clearest in the world. Trash does end up in it now and then, unfortunately. But aside from that, you won't see the slightest hint of pollution in there. Fascinating, isn't it? We've got a lot to thank this river for. I like talking to her. I like getting, like, a little more idea of this town and what it's about. Sign got blown away. Shame. What sign? You know, the Gilbert sign, the old oak one. Must have been real windy last night. Do you want me to help you find it? Nah, don't sweat it. It'll turn up. Not the first time it's gone walkabout. Give it a couple days, then it'll be hanging back in its place good as new. Hope the ceiling stopped leaking in Ma's room. Oh yeah, that wasn't great. We moved her, though. But she saw the funny side, at least. That's Ma for ya. Almost never gets angry, but when she does, oh boy, you run for the hills. I feel like she ain't being totally honest with me right now. How so? She acts like she's doing great, but her eyes say different.
I was on shift yesterday, but I'll check in on her later. Inflammation of the lungs can be hard on a body, especially at her age. But she'll be alright. Right, she's always been alright before. I better get looking for that sign. Could be stuck up a tree, just waiting for me to get it down. Happy hunting. I worry for his mom. I don't think she's gonna make it. I think they're building her up as a character who you're supposed to really care about. And I really like her. I think she's a great character. But I do think that they're building up the relationship with her just to kind of like make it even more impactful when things go south with her. Ooh, you're new. I'll talk to you. How am I supposed to get that huge branch down from up there? Do you have a ladder in your truck? Afraid not, but I'm heading into town. Maybe I can borrow a ladder from Giuliano. Okay, so that's who lives in there, I guess. Oh, see? Nice. Wow. Let's see if Pina has a replacement plant for us, because we murdered the one she got us. Hey, Finbert. Freshly showered, I see. You can say that again. Quite a lot of rain got in. All your stuff alright? I'm afraid not. Oh, what happened? The plant you gave me. It fell off the windowsill last night. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, Finley. It's a shame about the plant, of course, but it's not your fault. All you did was give it the best spot in the apartment. You didn't know it was going to end up being so hazardous. You're not mad? No, of course not. I'm afraid I don't have a suitable plant at the moment. But if I can, I'll get you a new one, I promise. Okay. Everything's a bit of a mess here, too, after last night. The first thing I'm going to do is get everything straightened out again. And I need to get to the hospital. I hope everything's alright there. Okay, bye. Oh, hey. Hey, Mia. This must be the first time I've bumped into you just out on the street. I think you're right. I wanted to go shopping before work. Besides, I love the air when it rains. It really fires up my senses, you know. Alright, well, don't let me keep you. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon. Yep, see you soon. Larissa, what are you doing here? I thought there was no school today. Sure isn't. I'm treasure hunting, looking for storm treasure. I used to do this with my dad, but he's away right now. You can find great stuff lying around after a storm, because it throws everything around like crazy. I've already found a blue rubber band and a Viking playing card. I can't wait to see what else is hiding out here. That sounds cool, just look out for falling branches, okay? A good treasure hunter always remembers to look out above and below. Larissa was one of our patients in the first segment. Okay, we got someone new. What are you doing outside in this weather? Not like it's any of your business. But I like the rain. Besides, anywhere's better than home right now. Don't even ask about that. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Alright, let's see what happened here. Those are some hefty chunks of rubble. We'll need to break out the heavy machinery for this one. Okay, come back over here so I can read what you said. Could you hurry it up a bit? There is still a risk of injury to my staff and patients here. Yeah, I'm on it. Just need to call my colleagues. We need to fix this as soon as possible. You over there, when can we expect this to be cleared up? Cleared up? I don't know. About no clearing up. I'm just here to assess the damage. Ugh. Why do these things always happen to me? Rudy, what are you doing here? What? I'm not Rudy, I'm Ollie. Oh, sorry. What are you doing here, Ollie? You should be in bed. I just wanted to see what's going on. Take a look at this, Doc. It's sick. All the same, you're still contagious. Okay. Can I tell you a secret first? Okay, what? I'm not Ollie. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So, something pretty serious happened, eh? Hey, did I stutter? There's a general meeting in the cafeteria. I'm going. Ooh, we have lots of options of people to talk to. Let's start at the front and go to the back. I've never had a meeting here. Must be something important. I hope the patients are alright. You know what's going on here? Nope, not a clue. The whole time I've been here, we've only had one general meeting before, and that was about the missing leg. The what? Ah, funny story. Surgery screwed up. Cut off a patient's leg. I would call that a little more than just a screw up, but okay. Nasty, but a normal operation. What was the problem? It was the wrong one. Oh. By the time they realized it had already been taken away for disposal. A nurse got there just before it was thrown in the garbage. They managed to reattach it, but the healing process was no fun. And the whole thing cost the hospital a fortune. Ever since then, we mark the left and right limbs with a felt pen before every operation. A simple solution, but it prevents expensive mistakes. Oof. Yep. That's fucked up. Oh, dearie me. I wish I was back in my lab. I don't have all day. I hope Dr. Theobald has a good reason for all this. What did you make of Mr. Heydrich's announcement? What do you want us to make of it? Yeah, what? We're never in the building anyway. Even if the roof caves in, we'll be alright. Exactly, hee. Besides, we keep our noses out of the business side of things. Driving ambulances, that's our job, and that's how we like it. Full throttle. What's all this? I can't work under these conditions. My first customers will be here any minute. Hey, you're here already. Yeah, my shopping didn't take too long. And then I got the bus straight here. Any idea why we've all been called here? I think it's about the damage from the storm. Did you see the huge chunks of rubble lying around outside? Yeah, do you think that's why they've called us all together like this? They want us to clear the rubble away together? Perhaps, hopefully that's the worst that's happened. Maybe the building is unstable. If that were true, don't you think we'd be having this meeting outside? You're right there, I guess, again. Hee. Oh, I think it's starting. I've got a real bad feeling about this. Oh, I'm sure it won't be too bad. Let's get nearer to the front. Nice to see you, Mr. Glendower. Are you doing okay? Same as always. Don't ask stupid questions. I just made myself fresh coffee. If the suits don't hurry up, it'll be cold again before I get to it. Thank you all for coming. I realize we're all very busy, so I'll be brief. First of all, you'll notice Dr. Theobald isn't joining us for this meeting. There's been a lot going on today, and our chief physician has a few matters to attend to. As such, I'll be speaking on his behalf today. As you may have noticed, certain irregularities occurred in the hospital building last night. I understand there's some concern. However, I would like to take this opportunity to assure you that the damage does not pose a danger to either the building or the people therein. I've already received an assessment and the damage is only superficial, so it's not all that bad, right? There's chunks of the building missing, it's raining, your pipes leak, your electricity sucks. I'm sorry, but this building is not good. Nevertheless, this incident will only again draw the eyes and ears to us. St. Ursula's has come under repeated criticism in recent months. This incident, small as it is, could stoke our critics' fires. With that in mind, on behalf of St. Ursula's, I would ask you expressly, if a person or a member of the press asks about the damage, please refrain from making any statements and come straight to us. In such times, clear and unambiguous communication with the wider Porcupine community is essential. We will be happy to answer any questions you have at any time. But for now, let's get back to work. I've taken up enough of your time already. Time that should be dedicated to our valued patients. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day, okay? He seems nice. He seems like he cares about the hospital and its well-being, but at the same time, I get the vibe that Mr. Heydrich is a bit clinical, business-like. Are you okay, Mia? I don't quite understand the announcement. It's not like the storm was the hospital's fault. We should start our shift. Our poor patients will be waiting for us. What do you make of all this, Carl? What a load of nonsense. A lot of fuss about nothing. And now we've got even more work than usual to catch up on. I'll see you upstairs, kid. Does Mr. Heydrich care more about the hospital's reputation than the care of the patients? It's hard to have a good reputation when you don't, like, take care of the hospital itself, though, right? And patient care is harder if the building itself is in shit condition. Kinda wanna go more up. Always taking the stairs. Dr. Krakowski, there you are. Where else would I be? I do run this ward, after all. Well, I didn't see you at the general meeting. No meeting is important enough to leave our patients unattended. I already spoke to Dr. Theobald this morning, so I know what's happening, and I would ask you to comply with the instructions of the management. We need to do our part to ensure that everyone here can do their work in peace. Speaking of work, I've updated your file. I wish you a productive shift. Okay, so yes. She's been moved to 303. Let's do the brothers first. Hey Rudy, how are you today? How's the self-inflicted food poisoning going? I'm feeling better, but I almost threw up again when the hospital started shaking last night. Can you keep it down, please? My head. He's just jealous because I'm fit and healthy again. I'm telling you, Jock, it was like an earthquake. When the roof came down, everyone jumped out of their beds to see what was going on. It was sick. I bet. It's a good thing you're not so sick anymore. Totally, hee. Heh. I even had breakfast this morning. That sounds good. Still, take it easy and stay in your beds, okay? Sure, it's just like so boring here. I want to sleep. Alright, let's take a look at your readings. I think we can adjust your medication already. Awesome. Okay. Well, I think we need this one. And then we need to go down 1 blue, so there. So right now we're here. We need to add more to orange and more to green and take some from red. How many? 5. I mean, this would take care of that. Right? So now it's just the orange and the red. That should do it. Excellent. We've got the bacteria under control. We'll give you some medication, but I think you can go home tomorrow. You're not infectious anymore either. If you can keep yourself out of trouble for a few weeks, you'll be back to full health in no time. Yeah, I'm way stronger than the stupid Shigella. Did you hear that, Ollie? I won again, hee hee. Leave me alone, okay? Take a look at Ollie. Take it easy and try to get some more sleep. On it. Is everything okay? Feel so sick. Can't keep anything down. My head and stomach hurt so bad. You don't sound too good. I'll give you the same shot I gave you yesterday, okay? This should get the Shigella under control. Aye. Sure. Do what you can. So, like, this minigame is to give this patient a shot. So what we have to do is find the spot where the blue vein is closest to the skin, which might be right here. Nope, it's right here. And then we have to line up our needle, which this guy's real wiggly. And then we have to plunger it to the green line. I didn't do so great at that. I think I'm gonna get a B. No, an A. Okay. Everything hurts. It looks like your Shigella hasn't died down yet. Your body's still fighting it. Ouch. Come on. Don't be so dramatic about Ollinator. Ollie? He's not being dramatic. Your brother needs to stay here until his readings improve. But get some rest, Ollie. Try to sleep. We'll do another checkup later, okay? Okay. So these two brothers are idiots who decided to drink moldy orange juice or champagne. Unclear, but it had mold in it, and then they got sick, so they're in the hospital. Ooh, we can talk to him again. Your brother's really not doing well. So do me a favor, no messing about, okay? But Ollie's not in any shape for excitement right now. Okay. So long as he gets better, that's the main thing. Yeah. And then we have this old woman in here who has pneumonia. And I'm pretty sure, just guessing right now, that she's not gonna make it. They keep being like, she keeps saying she's fine, but her son is like, I'm not so sure, and that's the vibe I'm getting. The vibe I'm getting is that she probably isn't gonna make it. So. Hi. Hello, Finley. Did you have a nice weekend? Yes, thank you. A little stormy. How do you like the new room? Well, I miss the waterfall a little. But now it's raining cats and dogs in front of my window, so that's something. That must have been the storm. Strange, isn't it? When the sun's shining, water drips from the ceiling. But when a real storm comes, the building stays pretty dry. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, kind of ironic, isn't it? Do you know if the hospital has dust trolls by any chance? Dust trolls? I don't believe I've heard of those. I'd be happy to enlighten you if you have a moment. Yep, we're gonna listen to the old lady. Bye-bye. We're gonna listen to her because I think that's nice. Alright, then let me tell you about the stormiest night of my life. She's also the only character so far that, like, has told us stories and something happens differently while they happen. It was a stormy fall night. The rain was coming down in buckets. We had to tie everything down to stop the wind throwing it about. Little Juliana was still at the bar with Gilbert. I could only hope that they were both okay. I was home alone, nailing boards to the windows. The whole house was shaking, but I secured what I could. Unfortunately, that didn't include our porcelain windmills. Though they were ugly old things, to be honest. Anyway, I made the best of it. Music's so chill. I fired up the stove and cooked the only thing that helps on a stormy night like that. A hot cinnamon cocoa with an almond crust. I curled up in a blanket and settled into my favorite chair. Then suddenly the whole house rumbled and a bundle of twigs fell on my head. I was about to throw them in the trash when I heard these little voices. Hey, what are you doing? She wants to throw our house in the trash. What's she thinking? They shouted. Sounds were coming from the twigs. There were these little creatures living in the bundle. They called themselves dust trolls. They came by that name because they liked to collect dust from around people's homes and use it to sew clothes and blankets. We chatted for a while. Unfortunately, their home had been damaged, so they asked me to fix it. I didn't have much to hand. Then the dust trolls saw the broken windmill. That ugly thing? I asked, but the trolls liked it. So I glued the pieces back together and set it up in the hallway. The trolls were beside themselves. They partied all night. Right on until the storm had passed. And guess what? Since that night, I've never needed to dust again. The dust trolls have done it for me. I even decided to buy a second windmill and put it up at Gilbert's. It saved me a lot of time over the years, all of which I spent happily in my armchair, wrapped in a blanket with a hot cinnamon cocoa. There's nothing better. I'd just see if any dust trolls want to move in with me. They'd be a huge help. Well, I'm afraid I don't know exactly how one goes about getting them to move into a house. It seems to just happen. Do you think Gregor Glendower knows about this? Yes, I know he does, in fact. It was his favorite story when he was young. Shall we take a look at your lungs? I was hoping my story would captivate you enough to make you forget the work, but I can see there's no getting around it. I'm a little exhausted anyway. I'd like to rest my eyes for a spell. I'll make it quick then. No. Oh no, they introduced you more buttons and I'm not good at this. Oh no. Oh no, my perfect score. I'm gonna get a A today, maybe? I'm sorry, that didn't help me with a further diagnosis. Maybe you'll feel better tomorrow, Irma. Bed rest is the order of the day now, okay? Let the antibiotics do their job. Well, I'd rather keep moving. I know, but please try for me. And you need to drink a lot so your mucous membranes can defend themselves against the bacteria. Okay. You've had a rough night. Try to get some sleep. Once my son's been to visit, I'll lie down straight away, I promise. Seems he didn't manage to come by yesterday. Sure, he'll be here soon. And don't worry, you'll be back on your feet in no time. No, she won't. Can I help you? How do I put this? It's a little embarrassing. There's no need to be embarrassed. I don't think that muesli went down well this morning. I'm afraid it made me throw up. I'm really sorry. Don't worry, people throw up here every day. You need something? I don't know. I'll try to close my eyes again. I'm always so tired after breakfast. Okay. All done. Excellent, right? Let's see. Thank you, Finley. No problem. The work goes much easier when the weather's so bad. Take care, Finley. You must have sensed how tense the atmosphere is here. Sometimes the weather is a reflection of people's moods. What are your thoughts on the situation? That's no concern of yours at the moment. I'm going to get a cup of tea. Just be on your toes, more so than usual. Will do. Thanks for the heads up. You're still here. Are you looking for something? No, I thought I'd keep you company for a little longer. So friendly. Would you mind answering a few questions for me? As senior physician and your immediate supervisor, I suspect I have a certain obligation to do so. You may ask me a question. 1. What do you want to know? It's an important job, but that doesn't make me more important than anyone else here. I've learned over the years that a job's position in the hierarchy has very little to do with how hard or easy it is. Your tasks change, though, and the hours are likely to be longer. I want you and the rest of the team to work well together. It's my job to ensure that, and to communicate accordingly with the management. Every day is a struggle for resources. You need to be able to hold your own. All in all, though, the ward runs well. That was a surprisingly deep insight. Thank you. Don't get used to it. You still have a lot to learn, Finley, so keep your eye on the ball. And now please let me enjoy a few minutes of peace. See you tomorrow. She's very serious, but I think she's also very kind. If that makes sense. I think it makes sense. Good night. Is that it? No anecdotes, no wisecracks, no nothing? Not today, kid. I'm tired. Oh. Well, good night then, Ingrid. There you are. Have you two been waiting for me? Yes. Me and I have been speaking. There's a really weird vibe here today. We want to go over to Gilbert's and talk it over. Oh, I'd love to come. Thanks for waiting. No problem. Let's get moving. It's already pretty chilly out. Why is it always me who ends up clearing up these messes? Mr. Glendower, do you need help? Help? No, thank you. It'll only take longer if you try to help. Rubble's still here. No wonder it must be pretty heavy. I bet Mr. Hydrick isn't happy about it. Bah, it's all going down the drain. I'm excited to go to Gilbert's. That'll be fun. Ooh. Hey, you three. Can I get you a coffee? Not for me, thanks. What about you two? I'm more in the mood for a beer. And I'm afraid I've not been sleeping well the last 2 days. I think I need to give up caffeine. Oh well, worth a shot. Come by again sometime. I have the best coffee in all of Porcupine. Hey, you three. You're all soaked. Hey, Giuliano, we need a drink stat. Be my pleasure. Sit down and warm yourselves up. There's a free table back there. We'll take that one. No problemo. What can I get you? I'd like... Let's get something down to earth. Perfect thing for a gentleman of your temperament? Sure, coming right up. Make yourselves at home. I'll bring it over. Is it a beer? Yeah, it's a beer. That's the stuff. How do you like your drink, Finley? Oh, it's great. That's what I like to hear. Good music. I like it. I feel like this is kind of the vibe that some of like the more recent Life is Strange games have been trying to go for with their music, but because they put so much copyrighted stuff in there now, and if you try to stream it, you have to mute it, it's not as effective. I don't know. So what do you think? About today, I mean. We don't normally have general meetings like that. Only when something really important happens. Like when a person or a body part disappears. Or if someone loses the key to the medicine storeroom. Those were just made up examples, right? No. Anyway. It's an old building. Bits fall off now and then. One year we had so much snow we thought the roof was going to cave in. What did you do? Nothing at all at first. We were on call. If it had gotten worse, we'd have evacuated the hospital. There's a contingency plan for things like this. We'd have driven everyone over to the school gym hall. Why there? It's big, it's empty, plenty of power outlets, good access for ambulances. So why call a general meeting over a bit of rubble? The roof's still intact. For now. For now. If the building's in that bad of condition, that chunks of it are falling off, that roof isn't gonna last that long. And the next thing she says, oh my god. And this kind of thing happens in a storm sometimes. That's still pretty extreme, honestly. It's getting more and more common, especially in recent years. Maybe you should ask Dr. Theobald about it. Yeah, we could do that. Who are you? Look at this little frog man. Hello, this Patrick. That's our table. What are these losers doing there? I was about to ask the same thing, Rolf. Disrespectful, you ask me. You said it. I know you three goons. You work over in that hospital, right? Aw, and little Carly's back again. You suck. I could tell you were grumpy just by the frog man, but gosh. Still recovering from that last little chat, huh? What do you want? You want an apology. An apology? That's right. Patrick had an accident a few weeks ago. Got hit by some stupid woman bus driver. If I didn't have such quick reflexes, I'd be stone dead right now. We're sorry. Sounds like you got lucky. It could have been a lot worse. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Tell him, Patrick. Well, I didn't get away completely unscathed, of course. I had a deep wound on my arm. It needed stitches. But instead of treating it properly, the hospital just stitched up and sent me straight back home. 2 days later, it was like it was on fire. Can't imagine the pain. I had to take antibiotics. I can still feel it now. Yeah, and it's your fault. You bunglers. Well, we're very sorry, of course. But these things happen. We weren't the ones who treated you. We don't work in surgery. Believe us, we do our best for every sick and injured person that comes to us. And so do the staff in surgery. Complications can happen. It's not ideal, but it's not uncommon either. You hear that, Rolf? She admits it. It's their fault. You're chronically handicapped. That is not what she said. Shit happens, my guy. Stop being grumpy about it. What? You're not listening right, Ralph. Alright, yeah, now I'm the liar. You would say that. I'll tell you what. We should shut that place down. Throw all those idiots out. And tear the whole dump down. That's a bad idea, because from what I can tell, this is the closest hospital. And if you need medical care, it's going to be a real problem for you to go further away. If you weren't also lousy at your jobs, my wife would have been dead for the past 5 years. And now you're messing with my best friend too? And like that's not enough, you get to pocket all the insurance money as well? While we work our butts off day after day? What's up? Can't take a little criticism? They really shouldn't take the bait. This guy doesn't care either way. So, there's no reason to just do anything. Just let him rant and let him walk away. Did you choke on your silver tongue? I know a good hospital for that. But it ain't in this town. A hard good one, Rolfie. I'm sorry. Hey look, the little cotton swab does talk after all. What did you say? Say it again. It's real loud in here, don't you think? Sorry about what happened to your wife. But these two didn't have anything to do with it. You know that. But what you don't know is how hard we try. Every day, every night, sometimes we don't even get chance to sleep. So come on, let us enjoy just one night out together, okay? Well, I accept your apology, but that doesn't make up for the damage done to my friend. Let's see now. How about you pay our tab for a year? That should cover it. You just won't let it go, will you? Maybe I should give you a smack in the mouth. Wouldn't be the first time. Just try it, wise guy. Carl, don't. Don't be stupid. Oh, you must be the boss around here. Bet you like ordering folk around, huh? That's it. Time to crack some skulls. That's a bad idea. That's an extremely bad idea. You're not letting him get away with that. Time to wipe that grin off Ralph's face. Each fighter can attack once per round. Choose an attack and let them have it. Keep an eye on your health points and magic points. Holy shit. Wow. Oh, someone called the cops. Ouch. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, you klutz, be careful. Can't you see my buddy's hurt? That's right, gravely injured. Ouch. This is ridiculous. Just look at those two. There's nothing wrong with them. Look at Mia. Don't see me complaining, do you? Come on, Carl, calm down. You want me to calm down? Did you hear the way that jerk was talking about us? I know, I'm angry too. But we're only playing into his hands if we start a fight now. Grr. Why are the EMTs here instead of cops? Ah. Breathe, Carl. Better. Better. Let's call it a night. It's probably better if we all go to bed. See you tomorrow. Yeah, sleep well. Carl, you need to put some ice on that. Yeah. It's a lot darker on the street right now. Alright, to bed. What a night. I can't wait to go to bed.
Alright, another part of Fall of Porcupine. Overall, the day felt pretty typical other than the destruction from the storm from the night before. But then we end up going out with Carl and Mia to a bar and getting in a bar fight. Our sweet little pigeon gets in a bar fight. And that seems like a really bad choice to make when you've just been told to lay low because the hospital's having some trouble. But what do I know? Anyway, if you enjoyed it, let me know somehow. Leave a like, leave a comment. And maybe subscribe. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Bye!